So welcome to the creative drawing, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed cartooning with Peyton, but now we are back for better or for worse. We're back. So this week it's me, and then next week Jane is coming while I'm in China. So it's good to be back. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
See?
Afternoon.
Okay. So we're doing a creative drawing series.
Not see the teacher, just no picture.
No picture.
Can you see the blank, the white screen?
Yeah.
No screen. No. The screen does not see the teacher.
What? You guys can't see?
English
Yeah,
teacher.
I see your hand.
Oh, okay, that's good. I only have one camera, so you can only see this one.
Oh.
But I guess Peyton, she had two cameras or something. Okay, so today you will need a coin or something round. So grab a coin and a black pen. It can be any type of black pen. If you don't have it, you can use a pencil. If you don't have a black pen, it can be a ballpoint, it can be any type of pen. You can also use a different color. If you have blue, you can use blue. If you have red, you can use red. It doesn't really matter. So if you came to our in-person class on Saturdays at the church, we did this activity and it turned out really, really cool. So I want to try it with everybody online and see how it works. So what we're doing today is called a neurograph, and I'll write this down for everyone. So we are trying something today called neurographic art. And the reason why it's called neurographic art is because it looks a little bit like the brain connections. Also because it brings out whatever is in your head onto the paper. So this is what we're going to try today. It's going to be a little bit different of a class, just because it is a new series that we're trying online. We'll see if it works. If you have questions, just feel free to unmute and ask them. So for anyone who just came in, we need some type of coin. And today you'll also need a black pen or any type of pen. So any type of pen, black or red or any color you have will work. If you don't have that, you can use a pencil. And you also need pencil crowns if you have it, some type of thing to color with. So you can use markers, you can use pencil crayons like these ones. You can use crayons, anything with color you can use, even paint if you want, doesn't matter. So today I will be using pencil crayons. So you can grab those ones as well. If you don't have them, again, you can use markers. You can use oil pastel as well. Anything with color will work. So just wait a couple minutes for everyone to get their stuff. And I'll put everything out here so you can see. Okay, so looks like we can begin. Today, I'm not even going to start with pencil. I'm just using this. And I think I have an example somewhere of what this will look like. But everyone's will look a little bit different. So everyone will look different. Please don't try to do the exact same thing. So this one, we did with online, we did this one with in-person class, and they really enjoyed it. So I can show you what this is going to look like when it's done. So today I'm showing everyone how to turn a bunch of scribbles into something really interesting and abstract. So the first thing we will do is put down some lines. Okay, so for this part, you are going to grab your pen or pencil or whatever and place your coin on the page anywhere. You can also use a button or anything round that rolls around. And what you're going to do is start creating a line. So this one's dead. Let's see. I need a working pen. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Let's see if this one will work for me. Yay! So you're gonna push it around, and the goal is to have it not fall off the page. So you don't want this to fall off the page. Try to keep your line continuous, so try not to cut it off like I just did. So I'm just gonna start there. So what you're gonna do is push it around and see, oh, it's coming off the page. So then I'm gonna come around, I'm gonna try to push it so that it goes in the middle. You're just gonna push it around. You can go slow, you can go fast, doesn't really matter. And here you see, I'm going off the page again. So I'm going to keep going. So the idea of this is for people not to think too hard or think too much. You just let the arm do what it does. So whatever your arm wants to do, you just follow. And the idea of this type of art is it's supposed to be very relaxing for people. And you can also do it anywhere, and anyone can do it, no matter what your skill level is. Anyone can do it. Oh, so this is coming off the page again, so I have to turn around and push it away. So you can go as fast or as slow as you want. It doesn't really matter. You see it's coming off the page again. Time to push it around. Super windy today. I'm not sure if people can hear that, but it's really windy. One more thing is we are extending our in-person art class at the church. So I will send an email out to all art class people, but just telling you guys right now that the Saturday class, it's at 10:30 in the morning until 12 at noon. So 10:30 in the morning we start. That class, we are hosting another session starting in May. So starting May 20th, we will be doing another session of that class. Okay, so I think I can stop now. I've got lots of lines on my page. If you want to make this more interesting, you can add a couple of isolated shapes. For example, I might want to add, see, I have a cup here. Maybe I want to add a huge circle right here, just for fun, just the isolated circle. You don't have to do this. Let's say you have a triangle or a square somewhere. You can use that to create a shape. So I'm just tracing the bottom of my cup. So now I have a circular shape. Maybe I want to add a triangle right here in the middle. Do I have anything to trace? I can use this one. Okay, so I'm just going to add a circle in there, or a triangle, sorry. Triangle in there. You don't have to do that, but of course you can play with it and see what you want to do. And then we'll just give everybody some time to finish this scribbling stage or this playing stage. I just want to connect that line. So everyone's will look different. My scribbles are not going to look like my neighbors, but that is okay. In the meantime, I just want to show everybody. So that class, if you want to take a picture, is going to be Saturday at 10:30. Starting May 20th at Harvest Hills Alliance Church. And it's all sorts of mixed media. So if you like this class today, at the end of the class, hopefully you'll know if you like it or not. If you like this type of fun experiment stuff, you might want to come to this class. It's completely free and it'll be a lot of fun. So I'll leave that up for just a minute if anyone wants to take a picture. Okay, so I'll take this one away. So for people still making their scribbles, if you could take a pause for just 1 second, I want to show you the next step here. So the next step is we are going to fill in some of the intersections on this page. And I'll do one to show you what it looks like. So I'll choose here, anywhere where the lines intersect. So I'll fill one out. So the first thing I do is make kind of like a diamond shape. And then I will color it in. And then I will smooth out the line. So make some of it thicker and make some of it thinner. So a little bit thicker, just kind of blend it into the line. So that's one. And I'll show you close up what this looks like. So let's say I have two lines that intersect like this. What I'm going to do is create almost like a diamond or a kite shape. Like that, around that intersection. And then I get to color it in. And I get to smooth out my line. Right? The key point is you do want to smooth out that line, because if you just draw in, let's say you draw in your little kite shape and you don't smooth out the line, you will end up with a lot of squares everywhere and it'll look kind of funny. So make sure you take the time and smooth out those areas. So you get a lot of shapes like this in the intersections. One question we got a lot in the in-person class is, oh no, do I have to do every single intersection? And the answer is obviously no. Do the ones that you feel like you want to do. So I'm going to do this one. This part is super time consuming. It takes a really long time. So that's where the relaxing part of this project comes in. Probably will not finish the whole thing in one session. So I just want to create those smooth lines in the intersections and then smooth out the rest of the line. And I just continue to fill everything out. And if you feel like, oh, I want to add another line somewhere, feel free to go ahead and do that. So you can just add another line. And the more detail you have, usually the better these look. So this type of art is very good for relaxing. So if you have a long day, this is good to come home and do stuff like this because it doesn't require a lot of thinking, but it is also something to do. And if you have little grandkids, this one is fun for them too. They like this one as well. If your pen is super fine, like mine is, you can consider switching to a thicker one. And it'll make it a little bit faster, but if you are patient, then take your time. Maybe I will do something over here. And then eventually I'll switch to my thicker pen so that I can get all sorts of different lines in here. I think I'll go in this corner. And then maybe I'll take a look over here. So it's up to you how you want to tackle this. Some people like to start in one place and fill in the intersections like that. Some people like to jump all over the place like I do, but it doesn't really matter. Again, if you have artwork you want to showcase at our exhibition in June, please bring them to Simons Valley Church on Thursday afternoon or Harvest Hills Church on Saturday morning. We would love to showcase some of your drawings from cartooning. And I know some people have already sent their drawings in, but if you want to have yours showcased, then please send them to us. And if you want to register for the in-person class on Saturday, starting in May, please email the program's email. So I can write that down up here if anybody wants to register. So our email is programs@mpcfdn.ca, or you can contact us on WeChat or Facebook or whatever. So that's if you want to join the art class in May. You don't have to come every week. If you want to drop in, that's okay as well. So we have 3 more classes in the current session. And if you want to drop in, that's totally okay. If you don't have an email, you can also just call us. I think I'm going to add a little square here. That might be interesting to look at. So I'm just going to use this. We'll do it here. Just use this box I have. There we go. I think the sharp shapes look very interesting because of the contrast with the curvy lines. It looks pretty cool when you add these types of shapes in there too. Where does it still look empty? Maybe here or here. I'll add some intersections over here. We wanted to bring this more creative unit to this online class because we often get stuck in the mentality of perfectionism or thinking that something is not perfect, so therefore it's not good. Which is not true at all. So for this type of art, it's not going to be perfect. Everyone's is going to look different, and it's still very good. So we just want to break people out of the habit of that perfectionism. Okay, and now I have some intersections filled out. I have some very interesting things happening here. Now I will switch to a thicker pen and start adding in some thicker lines. This is totally optional. You don't have to do this at all. So I'm just grabbing my thicker pen or my marker. Another option is you can go in with a different color and start filling in some of these sections or some of these lines. And the beauty of this project is it works with pretty much any medium. So it works with anything you want to use. Maybe I want to make my triangle a little bit thicker. Or some intersections in there. When we're too much of perfectionists over art, it doesn't become fun anymore. And then maybe I want to outline this shape right here. Another thing you can do is start adding in patterns in some of these sections. You don't have to do that. Some people just like the lines. But if that's something you want to try, then go for it. So if we think of this as a separate section, let's say this one is a section, and maybe I want to add a pattern in there of lines or something, then I would go in and slowly fill the entire section out with my pattern. So I've chosen lines for this one. And I want my lines to get gradually larger. So larger, larger, and then smaller. Right, just things like that. If you want to add interesting patterns or shapes. I know some people add, even you can do numbers. So any sort of pattern or shape that you can think of. Maybe you want to do waves in here. Or what's a pattern that you can do? Huge waves. Or maybe in here, you want to do a different pattern. Like, what's another pattern I can do? Other than lines and waves. Maybe circles? Maybe, oh, I could do diamonds. So you can experiment with patterns, you can add patterns, you can add whatever you want, really. And I'm a little bit lazy. I don't want to color the rest of this one, so I'm just going to put in another line. Kind of like this one. I think I'll put a little more of that in there. And maybe we'll do a wavy one beside it. So up to you how you want to decorate. I'm just going to make this a huge swirl. And then I guess this one as well. If you really wanted to, you could take the time, fill in every single section, if that's something that you're interested in. The next step after this is just coloring. So your black lines become a coloring sheet. I think we'll add a couple more patterns in here. Maybe we'll do flowers in here. And then maybe we'll do something in here as well. So this fish scale pattern is kind of interesting to me. I just create these bumps, and then in the middle of those, I make more. And then I can go in and fill all of my fish scales out. So you go ahead, fill all of those out. So lots of interesting things going on here. So try different line patterns and see what kind of interesting stuff that you might come up with. Again, don't have to fill in all of them. A couple of them is perfectly fine. You don't actually have to fill in any of them. Maybe we'll do one here when we start in the middle and we start making circles. Then we create a new circle. And then we create another circle. And we just fill in that whole section with some circles. I don't want to do the whole thing, so I'll just make a line in there. So this is definitely one of those projects that you can take with you somewhere or spend a whole day doing it. It's super versatile. I think okay, so before we start coloring here, I think we'll wait a couple minutes for people to work on this. And then I'll show you how I would color in some of the areas here. but there is no rush. You can keep it black and white. You don't need to add any color to it at all. It looks pretty cool black and white already to begin with. So no rush, take your time. And if you're like, my hand is so sore, then take a break. This is a good time to take a break. This is one of those things where you can sit down, work on it for 1 hour, and then forget that it was a whole hour you sat down working on. It's a good time passer. Oh, you know what? I just had a really interesting idea. Let's see if it works. I'm just making a box. Interesting. That's super interesting to me. So this one, there's no rules whatsoever. You can add what you want. You don't have to add everything that I'm adding. I don't want to make a circle in here to color. just because there's something dark down here and I want to make it more busy up here so that there's a bit more balance. Oh, that's super interesting. So the idea is to get all these interesting shapes in there. Maybe we'll add one there. No, this one I can make rounder. Okay. So you would keep going with that. The more you go, the more interesting it looks like. But the simple ones are quite nice too. Okay, so the next step is to add a bit of color in here. So you can use anything colorful. You don't even have to use any color. And you can just begin placing color down anywhere you like on the page. There's no rules to that either. So maybe I'm feeling super red today for whatever reason. So maybe I'm going to color in my box here red. And I'll blend a little bit of orange in the middle. Again, no rules whatsoever. Do whatever you want. And if you're happy with the black and white, don't feel like you have to add color. Some people made some black and white pieces for us in our art class in person, and they were super, super cool. So you can use anything you have, pencil, crayons, markers. I will switch to felt markers because for some reason my hands are really sore today. Obviously, this works with oil pastel. You can even paint, or you can keep it black and white and simple. The markers I'm using today is a alcohol marker set that I bought from Amazon. However, if you have plain Crayolas, those will work fine. So anything you have at hand should work perfectly well. Hmm. So the more colors you end up adding, the more vibrant the whole thing will look. So if you're looking for bright and fun, then add lots of color. That one looks like a bit like an upside down sock over here. just have a bit of fun with it and see what you can come up with. Oh, I haven't used green yet. We will do some green in here. Maybe we'll do some green in here as well. So you just want to keep playing with it and just see what you can come up with. So the idea is I want to fill all of this entire page out. Using lots of color, or I keep it black and white. Oops, that one's too dark. Oh well. Maybe I'll just use this one to outline. So you can be pretty creative with how and where you want to put your colors, or no colors. But it's probably a project that will take you a little while to finish. Okay, so that's all the time that we will have for today. Hopefully, this class was a little bit interesting for people. And I would love to see your work. So if you guys would show your work, that would be super awesome. Let's see if I can open my camera. Hold on, I can't see them yet. Now I can see if you guys want to show your work. Wow, cool. These are super neat. Yeah, fun. I see that. And Grace, some of you guys are in the other class, so now you get a second chance to do this one. This is super interesting. When you fill out this whole thing, if you color it and you fill out the whole thing with color, it looks really good. Especially in a frame. So I hope everybody enjoyed this first class of creative drawing. Next week we will be back, and it's good to be back to see everyone again. So see you next week.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.